Czech economy is growing and the unemployment rate is falling. The economic crisis that impacted the Czech economy in 2009 is well and truly in the past. While Czech trade unions adopted a moderate approach during the economic crisis and accorded preference to the preservation of employment positions over wage growth, the current trend with respect to collective bargaining is clear, i.e. wage growth. In 2015, the Czech-Moravian Confederation of Trade Unions launched its End of Cheap Labour campaign. The Confederation recommended that collective bargaining should pursue wage growth in 2015 and 2016 of at least 5% per annum, and in 2017, 5.5% of the average nominal wage. Employers are in broad agreement with the demands of the trade unions. Indeed, they are left with very little choice. Wages, including the minimum wage, are on the increase, and there is a pressing labour force shortage, especially with regard to technical and skilled blue-collar professions and in the healthcare sector. Companies are attempting to compensate for the lack of workers by recruiting from abroad, especially from Ukraine, without any obvious results to date. Despite attempts by the government to simplify the process surrounding the securing of work permits for third country foreigners, the legislation in this area is still considered to be overcomplicated. The Czech economy is in above average condition, and the unemployment rate stands at its lowest level in the history of the Czech Republic, i.e. since 1993. However, in these unsettled times, labour market conditions could change very quickly. The digitalisation of the economy is one of a number of key factors that, sooner or later, will transform the labour market. It will bring with it fundamental changes about which very little is presently known. It is, however, already certain that certain professions will disappear completely, while others will be replaced by new professions, i.e. part of the labour force will lose their jobs, and at the same time, new professions will emerge. In any case, the labour market will become considerably more flexible, and both employers and employees will have to search for forms of employment other than just full-time work with non-time limited contracts. This topic is currently being addressed by the various Czech social partners. Although the two sides hold different views on digitalisation and its benefits and costs, they generally agree that there is a need for this issue to be addressed, in particular by the government, which, they believe, should create the relevant legislation and, at the same time, invest in research and development and, primarily, introduce the necessary changes to educational policy.